Welcome to this Sunday's Gospel Reflection. The big family was indeed a poor, but also rich at the same time. It was poor in terms of money and comforts, but rich in the number of children, their varied characters, gifts, resourcefulness. The meager monthly salary of the father, the only breadwinner, was barely enough to feed the family, and the poor mother had to borrow from the moneylender in the village. The debts accumulated very fast. But to whom could she go to feed her little ones? Fortunately, the simple but kind parish priest supported the poor, distressed mother as well as he could, but this was never enough. In the long run, the debts with the grocer, the baker, the pharmacist accumulated. Who could save that poor mum? To whom could she go to redeem the impossible burden of accumulated debts? Well, this is a true story. Not just because it is the story of a real family, but because it is your story and my story. Life is bigger than us. We think that we have all the resources we need to cope with life, whether it's money, strength, mental, emotional resources. But when push comes to shove, life is indeed much greater, much bigger than us. Our resources are always insufficient to deal with life's demands. We are always poor, always deficient, because life cannot be solved. Life can only be lived day by day, moment by moment. There is no such a thing as a watertight life insurance. Anything may happen to anyone at any time. This is not to dishearten or to discourage us. Actually, it is the greatest good news, because being alive means growing up, moving on, discovering new pastures, creating new spaces. Yes, life is bigger than us. That is our greatest opportunity. But it is also our greatest challenge. Growing up is venturing into the unknown. Growing up is letting go of our past ways to embrace the joy of new, open horizons. We are all born pilgrims, explorers, discoverers. We are a bird in flight, and not just a rooster locked up in some dark and dirty cage wasting away. But being made for greater things is indeed a terrifying prospect. It means that we are never fully who we are. It means that we never know it all. It means that we never have it all. We are never there. And that is both exhausting and exhilarating. We are not just creatures struggling to thrive and survive. We are not just stuck on a survival treadmill we call routine. No, we are not part of a system. We are born to be creators, restless discoverers, life-seeking and life-giving wanderers. This is what Jesus is inviting us for in today's gospel. After hearing his teaching, many said, "This is intolerable language. How could anyone accept it?" And Jesus replies, "It is the Spirit that gives life. The flesh has nothing to offer. The words I have spoken to you are spirit. They are life." Jesus came to give us the greatest of gifts, life, and not simply some kind of existence, like a rocky hill sitting it out until the wind and the rain reduces it to dust. Life is not simply a gift. Life is also a choice, a task. We are not just creatures. We are most of all creators, because our God is a living creator who is the source and meaning of our life, of all life. This is what Jesus is offering us in today's gospel. It is the Spirit that gives life. The flesh by itself has nothing to offer. It is like a bottle of ink without a pen, a piano without a keyboard. It is like action without love. It is life without meaning. The good news sounded much too hard for the Jews. They just wanted bread, not words. They wanted healing, but not life. They wanted comfort, but not commitment. They wanted security, not discovery. They wanted survival, not spiritual freedom. So they started leaving him. This teaching was too damn hard and demanding. Life is too challenging for those who prefer comfort. This is not what they had expected. Jesus had challenged them to take up life's challenge in a responsible way and not just rely on miraculous food handouts. And as the gospel says, many disciples left him. It seems that the crowd of followers dwindled to just the 12 closest ones. Let us consider addressed to ourselves the challenge that Jesus made to those remaining 12 disciples. He tells them, "What about you? Do you want to go away too?" Do we have the same courage that Peter had and make his answer ours? "Lord, who shall we go to? You have the words of eternal life. We believe, we know that you are the Holy One of God." God bless you and thank you.